Hello and welcome to lesson number 8 in A Course in Miracles. We've been working on this for a little over a week. We're doing these one a day, Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Central Time. And if you can't make it to each one of those, these are here for you as well. So you can always come back and get caught up. And the reason for that is that one layers on the other, so that we want to make certain that we've got that progression happening. So with that being said, I'm going to just share my screen with you, we'll jump in and do a little bit of review so that you're kind of up to speed on what we've covered so far. So this is lesson number 8 today in A Course in Miracles. So far we've covered, lesson 1 was that practice by using this statement, nothing I see in this room, on this street, out this window, in this place means anything. Lesson number 2 was I have given everything I see in this room, out on this street, out this window, in this place, all the meaning that it has for me. Lesson number 3 was I do not understand anything I see in this place, in this room, out this window, etc. That was our third day. And then our fourth day was this lesson, and that is these thoughts do not mean anything. These thoughts do not mean anything. They are like the things that I see in this room, on this street, out this window, in this place. And then lesson number 5 was I am never upset for the reason that I think. I am never upset for the reason that I think. And on that one, we were asking about specificity for what the upset feeling was, and then whatever the cause you believe the upset was. So I am not angry at John for the reason that I think. I am not afraid of tomorrow with COVID-19 going on for the reasons that I think, whatever that would be. So you want to get clear in that lesson about I'm never upset for the reasons that I think, specific about the emotion that's there for the upset, then also whatever the cause you believe of that to be. Then number 6 was I am upset because I see something that's not there. That was our 6th lesson. Our 7th lesson then was this one, and this was yesterday's. It says I see only the past. I see only the past. I see only the past. Now, this is starting to change a little bit about where we're going in our retraining or our reprogramming of ourselves to move to a spot of being open to creation, which is where miracles exist. So this all builds one on itself for a very clear purpose. And what we know is that it takes much longer for us to deprogram or get ourselves out of the programming we've got to move towards that. So that's really where we're working from for 2/3 of this course, actually. So let's take a look at lesson number 8. Lesson number 8. And lesson number 8 goes like this. My mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. My mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. So lesson number 8 says, the narrative says this. My mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. This idea, of course, the reason why you see only the past. Let me say that again. This idea is, of course, the reason why you see only the past. No one really sees anything. He sees only his thoughts projected outward. The mind's preoccupation with the past is the cause of the misconceptions about time from which we are seeing suffers. Let me say that one again, because that's a really powerful line. So it says this, the mind's preoccupation with the past is the cause of the misconception about time from which your seeing suffers. Your mind cannot grasp the present, which is the only time there is. Your mind cannot grasp the present, which is the only time there is. It therefore cannot understand time, and cannot, in fact, understand anything. This is your mind we're talking about. Now, the one wholly true thought one can hold about the past is that it is not here. Wholly being whole, W-H-O-L-L-Y. So the one wholly true thought one can hold about the past is that it is not here. It's in the past. To think about it at all is therefore to think about an illusion. Very few have realized what is actually entailed in picturing the past or in anticipating the future. See, the mind is actually blank when it does this because it is not really thinking about anything. So the purpose of the exercise for today is to begin to train your mind to recognize when it is not really thinking at all. While thoughtless ideas preoccupy your mind, the truth is blocked. Let me say that again. While thoughtless ideas preoccupy your mind, the truth is blocked. Recognizing that your mind has been merely blank rather than believing that it is filled with real ideas is the first step to operating the way to vision. The exercise for today should be done with your eyes closed. This is the first time we've asked you to do that. This is because you actually cannot see anything, and it is easier to recognize that no matter how vividly you may picture a thought, you are not seeing anything. With as little investment as possible, search your mind for the usual minute or so, merely noting the thoughts you find there. Name each one by the central figure or theme that it might contain, and pass on to the next. Introduce the practice period by saying this. And I'm going to put this back on the screen for you so you've got it to write down or jot down. So here's what we say. I seem to be thinking about blank. So that's how we begin this lesson's practice period. Then name each of your thoughts specifically. For example, I seem to be thinking about John, about blank, about the name of the object or the person, name of the object, and then about the name of an emotion. And so on, concluding at the end of the mind search period with this. But my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. So let me back this up just so we've got it. So as I begin the practice period, I start to say, I seem to be thinking about blank. And then I introduce what that is, about John, about COVID-19, about feeling kind of anxious. That's what you're labeling in this exercise. And then you end by saying, but my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. Now, this exercise with your eyes closed can be done 4 or 5 times during the course of the day, unless you find it irritates you. If you find it trying 3 or 4 times this next day is sufficient. Do not push it. You might find it helpful, however, to include your irritation or any emotion that the idea for today may induce in the mind search itself. So if it's coming up as something that's irritating you, bring it in and see what that might do. So that's our lesson 8. So I'm going to back it up just for a second. So it's about, the lesson is this one. My mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. And then it's that idea that we're going to just close our eyes for a minute. Let it find whatever it is, and then say, I seem to be thinking about blank. And it could be, I seem to be thinking about a person. It could be about an object. It could be about an emotion. And just label it and be with it. And then end that session, each one of your practice sessions with this one is, my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. And with that, we're moving forward in this Course in Miracles. Thanks for being in the course. Thanks for completing Lesson 8. And we will see you in the future.